I'm not asking for an arm and a leg, nah, I'm just asking for some respect. See, some say that respect is earned, but I tell you what, that's something that I reject. Cause if you come to me with anything else, then you're out like the tide that the sea gets out. So don't be surprised I don't mess with you when you're left out sitting in regret. Respect. Yes, people, what's going on? Mr. Has in the building. And today we are reacting to Oliver Green, Hold On. Now, Oliver Green, Hold On. Oliver Green told me that this track right here is one of his biggest tracks, full stop. And he said to me, if you ever promote or support or react to any of my music, please this one. Now, I relate to that because I've got a track coming out on Father's Day where I feel the exact same way. If you're going to support me, please support this track, Father's Rights, because it means the world to me. And so, because what he said to me was so relatable, I said, I'm going to do it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I know a little bit about Oliver Green's situation, because we have spoken. And he knows a bit about my situation, because we have spoken. And so, I'm intrigued to know what he's going to say. This is Hold On. Underneath it says, love you, my son. So, let's get going, shall we?
On my worst day, you make me feel okay. They make disrespect and you know I don't play. Gotta keep together, I treasure the last moment we get together. It's whether she wants to start applying the pressure. Think I'll wipe my hands or...
Okay, so it's actually mad. So this is about the same kind of thing as Father's Rights, right? Which is it backs up what both of us are probably, well, I haven't heard this song, but what he said, and it backs up what I've said in my track, Father's Rights, because somebody else is also talking about the same bloody situation. And it's not just me and him, it's just millions of dads around the world are dealing with this nonsense. Anyway, let's just break down the bars, Mr. Has. Chill out, bruv. Okay, cool. So, he said, whether I see you or not is depending on how much pressure she applies. Are you mad, fam? Do you know what I mean? Listen to that statement. That's like, it just doesn't make sense. It's tough, man. It's tough. And it's toughest on the child. Don't forget that. It's toughest on the child. And let's keep going, bruv.
They make disrespect and you know I don't play. Gotta keep together, I treasure the last moment we get together. It's whether she wants to start applying the pressure. Think I'll wipe my hands altogether and forget ya. However, this pain made me better. You leave and all I got is pad, pens and letters. I know this ain't forever, it's affecting you. How many times I have to tell her? Giving me the run around, you think you're so clever. Can't speak the feathers, putting me in cellars. Ask for more time, I know she wants is tenors. Is the focus on you or the fellas? Go to any measures.
Ooh. He said, look. He said, basically, focus on our kid or focus on the fellas. Do you know what I mean? Basically saying, you're too wrapped up in these other men to be worried about what's right for our kid right now. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know Oliver Green's situation like Oliver Green knows it. But I do know that happens, bruv. And I do know that that's like, come on, man. Let's get our priorities straight. Do you know what I mean? Let's get our priorities straight. Gotta put the kids first, man.
Go to any measures to knock us all out like checkers. Man, this shit is tiring. I'll continue trying. Some dickhead dads ain't trying. Some mums are aspiring. It's all about providing. Putting time in. Memory seeing kids smiling. Pain eases when I'm writing. I'll never stop fighting. The continuous lying. The battles of dividing. The years of complying. While my heart slicing. My love to you is depriving. Understand my pain through.
Yeah. And then he's saying about the whole providing thing. So basically he's like, the main thing It's how much, because like how much money am I giving you is dependent on how much time I spend with my kid. I feel like this is a tough reaction, to be honest. It's a tough reaction. I relate to it.
Years to comply, you want my heart slicing. My love to you is depriving. Understand my pain through this rhyming. Who's to protect me from the swining? She's dialing 999 and the odds are stacked up against me. And I'm climbing, and I'm trying to hold on.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I'm trying to hold on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to hold.
Also, yeah, even though it's toughest on the kid, that doesn't mean it's not so difficult for the dad being kept from the child. Don't get it twisted. It's toughest on the kid, but it is so difficult for the dad as well. Do you know what I mean? Especially when you know you ain't done nothing wrong. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe you've had an argument. Maybe you said some things, bruv. But it's not worth having your child taken away. Do you know what I mean? This is it's like one of them things where it's obvious. It's actually obvious. And I cannot wait for you to hear my song Father's Rights. I cannot wait. Because realistically, my views on what Oliver Green is talking about is all in that song. I'm not just trying to like shameless plug on Oliver Green's song. What I'm saying is everything that I've got to say about this subject, I've got coming. Do you know what I mean? So let me talk about Oliver Green and how he's rapping on this. I like it a lot because what he's saying, you can hear it. You can hear it very clearly. He's touching on each individual important subject throughout the whole thing. You know, throughout the big problem, there are individual bigger problems inside of it. How much are you spending? I'm going to try and create distance by putting false allegations on you. Another thing which is disgusting and shameful. And if you've done that, you should be ashamed of yourself. And it's just like there's a whole bunch of inner problems within the big problem, and Oliver Green is going through each of these individual things, making sure that the audience can hear everything, and it's very well laid out.
I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on. Yeah, I'm trying to hold on. She's using you for bait. So many dads can relate. How you do this looking at his face. At this rate, it's a bit late to take back the hate. Them lies are heavyweight. Tell him you're the same. An illusion you'll create. I'm the deadbeat dad waste. When it's only him I chase. Wanted updates. Make civil ground and be mates for his sake. But it's way too late. Now you're making threats cause there's no respect. Take you to court to get some access. Just cashing checks. Not thinking of lifelong effects. We're not objects. Treat you as a suspect. You can't show emotion, disconnect. Breathe, take time, reflect. None of us are perfect. Our kids, we gotta protect. Keep myself in check, trying not to get wrecked. Some nights I ain't slept, thinking in depth. Opened up a treasure chest of photos that I kept. Many more issues.
You know what? I get it. I get why Oliver Green said, if you ever react to anything, react to this. I get it. Because it's hard, it's brilliant, it's from his heart, but it's also relatable where it's getting into my heart, it's getting into probably every single dad out there who relates to this, you know? It's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant song. You know, and look, here's the thing as well, what he said just then, when I'm not perfect, okay? Here's the problem, neither is the mum, right? Nobody's perfect, whether you're a man or a woman, a dad or a mum. Nobody's perfect. But if the mum's not perfect, it's not as bad as if the dad's not perfect. It's like target practice. Oh, I see one of your imperfections. Pow! Do you know what I mean? That's where it becomes problematic. We all know it. We all know it. Do you know what I mean? That's why it's extra. That's why it's an extra. I try not to swear. That's That's why it takes the piss. Swore anyway. But that's why it takes the piss, because we all know it. We do know it. The professionals know it. The dads know it. The mums know it. It's a renownedly known thing that this is happening. Nothing's changing. And it's so good that Oliver Green has just come out and he's put this track out. And it's such a coincidence at the same time that I'm releasing a song along these lines on Father's Day. It's it's not coincidence because there's so many of us. Do you know what I mean? And I know you don't get this side of Mr. Has very often. But I'd rather be real with you. And this subject, it does connect with me. And it does make me feel a type of way. I'd rather be real with you than laugh through a track which isn't funny.
Many more issues I'll address. Will I ever be content? Will you always be a guest? Will she always disconnect? Will I ever be content? Will you always be a guest? Will she always disconnect? I'm guessing you don't think ahead. Nah. But I'm here just to hold on. Mad. I'm here to hold on. Yeah, I'm here to hold on. I'm here just to hold on. I'm here to hold on. Yeah, I'm here to hold. And I'm here to hold on.
Oliver Green, Hold On. That was brilliant. Brilliant track. Brilliant lyrics, brilliantly put together, impactful. I'm going to say it because I don't think you will hear this from anybody else. I'm sorry that you're going through that. And that's the power of music, isn't it? You know? It's the power of music, being able to take what you're going through and put it on the paper, on the mic, on a track, and then release it so that people who maybe are not musicians can connect and not feel so alone. Very powerful song by Oliver Green. Probably my favourite Oliver Green song to date, you know. I'm much more of a fan of real music, and that's what this is. Not to say I don't like what other songs Oliver Green does. Not to say that I don't like, you know, wavy, vibey music. I do wavy, vibey music. I've done some drill songs. I've done some hype songs. I've got a part of me which I call Dirty Harry. So it's not like that. But I prefer the real music more. I do, and this is very real. You know, this is very real. And for anybody out there who's going to watch this and go, but what about the dads out there who are bad and do abuse and all these things? I'm not talking about them. I'm acknowledging that they exist. I'm talking about the dads who are actually just good guys. They do some bad things every now and then, but it's not worth having their child taken away. I'm not talking about all that other stuff. I'm talking about the fact that in this country right here, and to my knowledge, in the US as well, where I know people who are going through this, there is an absence of an even weighing scale when it comes to the priorities and the importance between a mother and a father. That's what I'm talking about. So, I have spoken a lot on this. I was always going to, you know. Go and check out Father's Rights coming out on Father's Day for my take on this. Oliver Green, exceptional. Nothing else to say. Exceptional. And I'll be praying that everything comes together for you. And if you are going through this, if you're going through something like this right now, hit me up on Instagram at Mr. Has Artist. Talk to me. We'll have a conversation. I'll listen. Okay? All right. Respect.
I'm not asking for an arm and a leg, nah, I'm just asking for some respect. See, some say that respect is earned, but I tell you why, that's something that I reject. Cause if you come to me with anything else, then you're out like the tide that the sea gets out. So don't be surprised I don't mess with you when you're left out sitting in regret. Respect.
Da.